Hi, today I'm going to talk about the Lubanko Tarot. I don't know if it is Lubanko, or Lubanko or Lubanko. I don't know. This deck, I got this sent by Llewellyn because I think I have said to them that I was interested in this deck. So this was already on my wish list to purchase, but they sent it to me instead. I want to show you what we have here. Did I really just put it? This is a great beginning of a video because I cannot pull this because I didn't put the cards over the ribbon. Okay, so I got it out. I like this kind of box. I also like that it seems to be that Llewellyn sort of shrunk down these decks, these boxes at least, because we used to have the really large boxes, which I think look really nice in a like a bookcase. But they're just not as practical if you want to carry your tarot deck around with you or to an event or something like that. So this is what you get in the box itself. And let's take a look. So here we have a card about the artist of the deck and some, I don't know, like a coupon or something like that. Now, I have seen this with a couple of new Llewellyn decks, which is like a stand for your card. Wait, is it supposed to go this way? No? I'm not sure. It's pretty, or can it go like this? I'd say it's pretty, not crooked, but just very angled. I don't know if this is something that I would personally use, but it might be nice if that is something that you're looking for. Okay, this is the deck, the Lubanko Tarot. It comes with darkened black edges. The artwork has a lot of bright colors. We're going to go into the artwork and the deck in a second. Actually, I'm going to put it to the side here so we can take a look at the guidebook. So usually with Llewellyn decks, you get this very large guidebook that has a lot of information, and I think they have just shrunk it down. But we still have what we're used to, I guess, in Llewellyn box sets is the full color image on one side, and then we have information on the card itself. So here we see a description of what is on the card. A tamer holds the tamed bathed in decadent reds and oranges, face upturned with satisfaction of strength, mutually enjoyed and shared. Then it has the divinatory meanings, and then it has a reversed meaning here. So we're not just limited to one page of information. Here for the Hierophant, it goes kind of on and on, which is cool. So that is what we get for the major arcana. Let's take a look at the minor arcana. We have the Seven of Swords here. Again, full color image. Then we have a description of what we're seeing here. Very much a smaller bit of the divinatory meanings. And then the reversed. Funny that we have more on the reversed than the regular divinatory meaning. So yeah, as you can see, the art is kind of dark. Like in color-wise, there's they use a lot of black, but they use it with dark or like very bright colors, I think, or just the fact that it's painted near black or maybe on top of black, it gives it a brighter look. I don't know. I think the artwork is really cool. Like this is kind of abstract. I like that. I have seen some, I guess, critique on that. Some of these images are a bit nightmare-inducing, so it's like a bit spooky. I definitely understand that. I am not a Halloween spooky kind of person, and I understand what people are saying about that with this. Like, I understand, but I still think this is pretty cool. But we'll get into that with the cards themselves. So one thing to note in this deck, or in this book, I always say I love when we get keywords with a certain card. Here we only have an interpretation, the divinatory meaning. So you have to sort of read through all of this and then see how this written out interpretation, like take bits and pieces out of it and apply it to your reading. For me, that is not the easiest way for beginners to read tarot. So I always teach tarot with keywords. I'll link my Beginner's Guide to Tarot and my Tarot and Intuition workshop, which are both based on the same like framework that I use to teach tarot, but one is more beginner intro friendly and the other one dives a bit deeper into the framework, if you're interested in that. Okay, let's get started. I don't remember if I've already shuffled this, because I see here, let's just go through it. I see here that we have the Suit of Wands on the top here. I'm trying to center it. Okay, so starting with the Ace of Wands, I think this looks so cool. Like we have the black background and we have the white and orange really contrasting what we're seeing here. And I personally really like that. This is the back of the cards, by the way. I think it's really pretty as well. Yeah, I think something like this is really cool. We have the Two of Wands. And I love how, because we have the black background, and I have a feeling that I'm gonna keep repeating the black sort of background, but these trees here really stick out because of the white, and I almost didn't even notice that there was a person there. Yeah. So we're just gonna, oh wow, this reminds me of the Hobbit house. But we're just gonna sort of flip through this, and like this looks a bit, oh, that's my dog. Rosie, are you, no, no. She always has to be present in my videos, doesn't she? It's kind of graphic, right? We see a lot of red, for which I'm assuming is blood. A lot of nakedness, nudity. Oh yeah, okay. So the rest of this definitely not in order. There are multiple lovers cards. I'm gonna keep those to the side so we can look at them at the end. The Wheel of Fortune with the dead horses, these remind me of the I don't even, Thestrals, I think, from Harry Potter, film number 5. They remind me of those. But it's weird, like, this is supposed to be the head. It's definitely creepy and up to, I think, a lot of different interpretations. Okay, so we're definitely not in the same order anymore. I don't mind this, because this is the way that you're gonna use the deck anyway. Have all the cards sort of mixed together. But again, I love the use of color. And some of the artwork and the body poses are kind of intense, but I do like them. Yeah, this is really heavy. But I also think that it's very clear what this depicts. Like, yes, it is symbolic, sort of, but if you compare it to the original Ten of Swords imagery from RWS, they're just lying there on the ground with all the swords in them. And here you can still see them sort of trying. Life has done anything and everything to keep them down, but they're still sort of trying to desperately hold on, which I think is a cool interpretation as well. That is creepy. But that might be just the fact because I am afraid of like outside water, like the ocean, rivers, lakes, all of that. So this definitely creeps me out. This is so pretty. I love this. So cool. The sun is one of my favorite cards anyway, so I always appreciate a pretty sun card. I like this as well. The Eight of Swords. Interesting, we have the mask here. the swords are poking into, it looks like they're poking into the knee here, but I think it's supposed to be right behind it with the flowers. That is a pretty Knight of Cups. Judgment. I think this one is really cool as well. Kind of hard to sort of see what we're looking at, but I like it. Seven of Wands. I don't know, there is just something about this deck that intrigues me so much. And the first time I saw it, I think I was like, oh, this is pretty cool. But then I saw the images and I was like, oh, some of these are really creepy. Like, look at this. How is this from the same deck? Because the Queen of Pentacles is absolutely stunning looking, but then the Magician is so creepy. So yeah, but when I saw some of the images, I was kind of not super turned off by it, but it had me do sort of a second look at it, whether or not I wanted this deck or not. Yeah. Oh, Rosie loves to hear herself talk. Emperor, I think, is really cool. Yeah. We have a lot of these sort of masks and things on their heads. I like this one. I think this is fun. We have the Eight of Pentacles, like the sculpting. I like that. That is stunning. Yeah. This is a little creepy, but I think, like, I get it. Yeah. This is a bit weird. Like, what angle are we looking at this from? Because we have the stripe sort of here and it goes like that. But what is this? I don't know. It doesn't seem to really flow with the rest of the cards. Ace of Pentacles. I don't know. I did a heck job, I think, of shuffling this deck. It's really pretty. Yeah, I love this. I love that you can really see sort of the brush strokes, I guess. I really like that in art. Here again with the mask. I like this. I don't know. I feel like there's a lot of symbology in here that is different from the RWS, but means the same, I guess. Why did they do the Queen of Wands dirty? Because we just saw the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, and they were stunning. And then here we have the Queen of Wands, like being a goat. Okay. So, Ace of Cups. I really like this too. You have Strength, the one that we just read about in the guidebook. And at first, when I saw this deck again, there is some, nudity, and I don't always love nudity in tarot because I feel like that's not really what I do tarot for. I'm not really looking for sort of sexual images, and I think that there's a difference between nudity and sexual images. And I think this deck has a little bit of both. Queen of Swords. Okay, isn't looking too beautiful either, but I think this is kind of a badass looking card. Yeah. Here we have the sort of cryptic Six of Cups. Not cryptic, like abstract, but I think it's really fun. I like it. We have the Seven of Cups. Again, there is a lot to see, but we're not seeing it from the in the original way where you have the Seven Cups that they're looking at, but it looks really different here. But I think it's really cool. Chariot, Seven of Swords. I think this is a really clear depiction of the Seven of Swords. We have the Page of Cups. Oh, this is interesting. Death card. Look at that, like going through a portal or something. Yeah, I like this. The Hanged Man. Oh no, they're like the nose and mouth are above water, so they can, if they keep their head up, they can still breathe. That's a fucked up situation. King of Swords. Okay, yeah, I like this. This is badass too. King of Wands. Yeah. Then we have the Five of Swords. Nine of Swords. Yeah, I think this is really clear as well. I love the fact that they're hugging themselves, as in a way to sort of comfort themselves still. I feel like those, like, I don't know if it's subtle necessarily, but in that both the Ten of Swords and the Nine of Swords, it feels less sort of helpless. I mean, they look pretty helpless here, or like they're feeling really helpless, but they're still trying to comfort themselves. I appreciate that. We have the Tower. Yeah. Okay, that is stunning. I just, there's something about the combination of like blue, tealish blue with orange. Yeah, which I love, and that is why I sort of rebranded into orange and blue as well. We have the Six of Swords. I like that this is a bit more abstract. I can appreciate that. We have the Star. This is what I mean with like nudity, but it's not sexual. It's just pretty. With the Eight of Wands, I love pink. This is a bizarre card. Like, what am I looking at? Because this is their leg and the knees going this way, but then their arm is coming out here, which is, I'm assuming it is water. Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to read the description of the cards in the book. The Devil, uh-huh. It almost looks like they're like fucking a pomegranate. Interesting. Okay. And we have the Eight of Cups. Okay, now I want to take a look at the Lovers cards. There are three different ones, and I think, I mean, you can tell that they're like two female energies, two male energies, and a combination of the two. I will say between this artwork, even though I love pink, this is definitely too graphic, like literally eating each other in the blood. I don't love that. There's something about this that looks absolutely stunning to me, and I love it. Like I love the pink, but I love the gold-ishness here and the sort of scratchiness, I guess, of the art here. So this is the Lover's card that I've decided to go with. Okay, so those were all the cards. Definitely let me know your thoughts on the cards. I want to also take a look at how it shuffles. I'm pretty sure I already shuffled it, but I did a sort of hack job. Okay, so. Oh, I also want to compare these cards to like size-wise. I have the Joie de Vivre Tarot here, and this is a regular 12 by 7 centimeter tarot card size. So this one is, I think it's, it depends because it has a different corner rounding, which you can see here. And it is just like a millimeter, maybe 2 millimeters, like wider and about the same amount shorter. So very similar to tarot size. I find these very easy to shuffle. The cardstock itself, it's definitely sturdy. It's not, I wouldn't say this is flimsy. It's also matte, but it's not too matte, you know? I really, really like this. So let's see if I can riffle shuffle this. Ah, that was definitely an error on my part. Let's try it again. Yeah. I don't know if this would be a deck that I reach for reading for other people. Maybe, like, I've been doing a couple of queer events, and I do feel like this is a very queer-friendly deck. So yeah, I might be taking this one. Okay. I also wanted to see, let's take, because I've been crocheting tarot bags. Let's see if it fits in here. It should, because I've made these to fit regular size tarot decks. Yeah, this fits in there really nicely. Cool. Awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna post these tarot bags pretty soon on my Etsy, so I'll link that below. You can also get like I've called them shelf buddies. They're crocheted plushies that you can get as well. So let's do it like that. Look at the color. That's really fun. Okay, so we have the box here. That does not fit. Okay, sure. Let's do it like that. Let me know your thoughts on the Lubanko Tarot. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you think it's too graphic, too bloody, too sort of explicit? I love the colors. I've already said that a bunch of times, I think. Let me know your thoughts on the colors, the artwork, everything. Will you be picking up this deck? And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye!